things like
That
that.
reminds me of the time I bought something from IKEA, and the manual said it was real simple. I looked at that manual and just had little figurines.
That reminds me of when I was setting up my IKEA desk, and I was also listening to a true crime podcast, which was a bad idea with an open window at night, because every time I looked out
That reminds me of when I had an open window at night one time, and I could have sworn I saw something walking past it, and then when I looked, it was just a huge raccoon, like a raccoon that had no business being that large.
That reminds me of when I watched the movie Arachnophobia, which is about the fear of spiders. I was with my sister. I was 6 years old. She was about 12, and
that reminds me of when we were, doing yard work with our mom, and we left the door open while doing yard work. So
that reminds me of the time it was a hurricane, and we had to do the cutting on the cardboard thing, right? And we were using one of them electric saws, and my brother didn't really know how to use the electric saw. He just asked me to hold the thing right on the end.
That reminds me of the time a jigsaw saw was put in my hand.
That reminds me of the time that she had a couple of tools in her hands, and I had to show her how to use them, because if you use a table saw, you're never supposed to go against the grain, everybody.
That reminds me of when the pandemic first started, I didn't know a thing about computers, and then they wanted me to go home and set up my computer at home.
That reminds me of when I got my brand new computer, and it was a gaming/editing computer, and we have this guy that comes by, his name's Scott.
That reminds
cool.
me of the time I gave my computer AIDS, and that was downloading illegal.
That reminds me of the time when I used to watch a lot of things totally legal on my computer, my Dell laptop that I had when I was very young. It had hearts all along the front.
That reminds
so
me
cool.
of a little program called LimeWire, and I downloaded everything into my computer, diseases and all.
That reminds me of when Windows 95 came out. I was hearing the modem sound, which is actually the internet, and I kept asking my parents, stop.
That reminds me of that time that I had that Easy Bake Oven game that attached to your computer, and you could actually like bake with it, and it had a little bowl, and it had the little stir
That
thing.
reminds me of the time of Carmen Sandiego, and my God, I could not find her. Where was she? Carmen, I mean, every time you would look for her in the game, she'd be somewhere
That
else.
reminds me of a pen pal I had when I was younger. Then I went to England, and I actually met my pen pal, but I was so nervous to meet my pen pal that I saw him walk by like 3 times.
That reminds me of when we used to do Flat Stanley in school, and they don't really do it anymore, but you used to write a letter on the back of a little dude, and then someone had to take a picture with that, and I would only send it to my brother and my sister in Chicago, because stranger danger, so they would get it right back to me, and that's how I got them to start writing letters to us, and then they started taking pictures with it in other places.
And that reminds me of the end of this game.
Yes!
You see how this works? You give us a little something, a suggestion, then we give you a little performance in return. Seems like a good deal, right?
Right. Yeah.
Awesome, good, thank you. So the next game that we're going to do requires a little bit of further audience interaction. It's called the Emotion Cafe. So we've all been to a cafe, we've all saw things go down at cafes, and this is no different. Why would two people come together at a cafe?
As a date.
As a date. Wonderful. Congratulations, you're on a date. So for this date, we actually need a third person from the audience.
Not in that way, just for...
Yeah, you're not going to go on the date with them, no worries. Start with the hat. What is your name, person I don't know?
Michael.
Michael! Wonderful! Round of applause for Michael! Yeah! Now we don't know Michael at all. He's not here ever. So Michael, what I need you to do, can you please, for us, yell out emotions, any emotions that you can think of during this scene. So if I were to ask you for an emotion, what would it be?
Angry!
Angry! And when you yell out angry, they're going to have to start being angry during this scene. So remember, this is a date, and this is Emotion Cafe.
So, Chili's, huh?
Chili's, yes. I love the Molten Lava Cafe. It reminds me of how you and I explode.
You talking about the chocolate cake thing at the end?
Yes, with the ice cream.
Hungry. Yeah, because I could definitely eat that chocolate cake. I mean, There's why they got so many appetizers here. I mean, like, look at this menu. This, how many pages does this thing have?
I want that. I want your most roast thing.
Alright, seriously, I think we ate a little bit too much.
I think
We should have not gotten that weird margarita that says passion fruit, but I don't know.
But you know, my nausea does not compare to the love that I have for you.
Truly.
You are so hot. Forget the whole molten lava cake. You are my piece of cake. The ultimate cake.
I thought it was your snack.
Oh,
Repulsed.
how rude you call me a snack. I should be your dessert.
Stop talking, please. Just stop talking. Oh, God.
Oh,
Oh,
this
that's
is more
terrible.
realistic.
No, it's just you.
There's literally grease everywhere on this plate, on the table. It's just like secretly in love.
Wow, you have a really great shirt today. There's a piece of grease on there.
Yeah, I was having some milk boba and look at a little thing on my shirt here.
It reminds me of when we went on the step and slide 2 weekends ago.
Yeah, the
We're
company
all wet.
retreat.
Jealous.
Yeah, on that company retreat, I kind of saw you slipping and sliding next to Jim a little times there, and I don't know, I just kind of, I got the wrong idea.
Oh, I saw you with Veronica.
What?
Yeah, you were giving her
What's your
snacks
name?
and it wasn't food.
Suspicious. Listen, I know what you were doing with Jim actually, and it was trying to get that promotion. I know you're trying to get up on me on this promotion, but you know I've been working at it. You have been doing. I know the letters you sent to HR. I've seen them. I've got on your.
And Veronica is the lead of HR.
Well,
So is that what you were trying to do? You were trying to suck up. You were trying to suck up to Veronica.
That's not necessarily what.
Kitty.
The thing was, like, she really likes pickleball, and we were just like, just going at it, you know what I mean? And I was just really happy and excited, and just like, man, we're gonna get some.
This cover. You're so cute. I love you.
And scene!
We have another game, a story to tell you, in fact. A story that Angelica will be telling you, but Angelica, could you please step outside for a while? I'm just banning you from the conversation for a hot second.
Okay, I thought I was doing a good job.
Well, we don't want you here for
Okay.
a little bit.
I'll see you.
Just, okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Okay, all right, so we're gonna play a game called Sound Effects. This game, Sound Effects, I actually need an audience member to help me with. Does anyone want to do sound effects? Yes? Okay, yes, come forward. I'm gonna plant you in an improv sandwich right in the middle. All right, what's your name?
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne.
Oh.
Everyone welcome Bruce Wayne to the stage. All right. So how this game works is Angelica's going to be telling us a story she has never told before about a first time, okay? And they will be the sound effects within the story. It does not have to go along with the story at all because you're just going to give me random things that they will make the noises of. So if Steph could be any noise of anything, like a flip-flop or a bird, what would you be?
A Croc sandal.
A Croc sandal? That's very specific. Let's do
Like where his head's at.
sandal. If she gets sandal, we'll applause, okay? But a Croc sandal is what we're going for. Okay. What would Bruce Wayne be? Any sound effect ever in the world?
A lightsaber.
A lightsaber. Thank you again. Thank you. A lightsaber. Thank you. And last but definitely not least, a sound effect for our third member.
A screech.
A screech? Just a straight up screech?
As in like a pie.
No, like a straight up screech. Okay. I'm gonna bring Angelica back in, and she's going to tell us a story about something she did the first time. Angelica. All right, everyone. Here is Angelica again. I know. All right. So, what is this story of something that Angelica has done for the first time ever.
She went skydiving.
She went skydiving. Skydiving for the first time ever. Whenever you're ready, this is sound effects.
Great. So, one day, it was my birthday, right? So, yay, it's my birthday. Not so great is that I was scared, like I was shocking myself out of bed that day for my birthday. And my horses were going crazy, and I think they knew something was up because my sister got me a gift for skydiving that day. And I took on my little shoes, and I went over to the gift, picked it up, unwrapped it, and when I saw it was skydiving, I wanted to scream because it's the worst thing anyone could give me. I am so scared of heights. I am like a screaming monkey when it comes to heights because I can jump, but I'll be screaming coming down. You know what I mean? So I opened this gift. I'm like, thank you, Alexandra, for the gift. I love it so much, which was a lie. And then I had to book an appointment for this skydiving experience. So I pet my sheep, which were next to my horses, and I whispered to them, what do I do? You guys are grounded. You're on the ground, trotting and running and using your little feetsies all over the place. And I have to go into the sky and fall down again. So I used my little horseshoes as good luck to help me while I was skydiving.
Wow.
And I think I heard a cat in the distance, and I looked around because I love cats too. I wish that was my birthday gift. So I took out like a little, and I tried to get it over, but it didn't come over. So then I decided to get in my car, and as I was in my car, I thought I heard the cat again. So I went over, pulled over in my car, and while I pulled over, I decided to turn off my radio and call up the skydiving facility. So I made the call to the skydiving facility. On my way over, pulled over in my car in my neighborhood. I didn't get far. And the dial tone actually sounded like a dog while I was dialing. It was crazy. And I think it was just the fear talking because sometimes I hear random animals when I'm scared. like a chimpanzee or a lemur or Voltron. I hear random animals. So I'm making the call to the skydiving facility, and I'm skipping in my brain through all the possibilities that could go wrong. I could fall to my death. I could like a whooping disease within my body, just crying as I go down. The propeller could get me and cut me to pieces. My Aunt Sue could scream like an old lady screaming and crying like a lady who's lost their baby, while I'm just like laying on the floor dead from doing my skydiving. So I'm calling these people and I'm talking to them, and they're actually used to this. They're used to people being gifted skydiving experiences when they don't really want them. But they're also really great at making you go on the skydiving experience anyway. So I ran really fast over to the skydiving place after I got out of my car and after I took out my mega battery from my car because I'm on electric. And I had it scheduled for that day. So I went into the facility and they're like, we got so many slots open for you today because nobody wants to skydive. Nobody. So my Transformer robot vest was on. They gave me a Transformer vest robot. The other guy had a Darth Vader thing on. This other guy had like lightsabers while he was.
Yeah.
So I kind of felt safe. I felt like the Force was with me, you know what I mean? As these guys were instructing me to go into the sky. So I had my Transformers vest on. I was Bumblebee. It was cool. I felt like the cool young one. And I was actually going into the plane. And then my legs gave out.
I can't wear those.
Like a little girl. My legs just were under me.
Hey, what was that kid's name from Saved by the Bell?
And I don't know anyone from Saved by the Bell, but I've seen commercials and documentaries about that production. And like Mario Lopez, I just lost my knees. Just lost my knees. And I stopped myself from going any further down because I wanted to look cool.
Like that thing you do with the car, but in words.
And I, like a chipmunk, I was shaking, and I screeched. And they freaked out. No one had screeched like I had screeched before.
I don't want to go on that safari.
No one had screeched like Jane Goodall
Alligators
before.
and their cousins.
No one had screamed like Jane from Tarzan the way I had before. It wasn't your oh, it was a ah! And so they stopped. They stopped in the plane. They stopped strapping me in. They stopped their lightsabers. And this old lady, this auntie, came in who comes in and tells you what's right and what's wrong.
You what's on your feet?
Like your mom. And she had web feet, like a duck. She was like a little duck. She was feathered down in the plane. And I had to take a second look because it looked like she was wearing ice skates.
I mean, it's like a flip-flop.
She would be a performer, or like the clock, like a clock. And this is it. We're in idiocracy right now. We're in this show where everything goes wrong, and I'm the main character. There are cameras on me, but there weren't any cameras on me, and I skydived that day.
And scene. Everybody, I hope you're ready to participate once more.
Yes.
It's going to happen quite often during the show. It is improv.
So I'm glad you're warmed up. I'm glad you're ready. Thank you for giving me hints as to what these suggestions were.
Really good hints.
So even though that was kind of like where was that going down the story, this is where the experts come in. These three are going to come together as one. Come together as one. Yes. And I have for you our three-headed experts. These three know all, are all, be all. Today for you. One word at a time, they are going to answer any questions about the universe that you may have. So, for our audience, does anyone have a question for our three-headed expert? Yes, you.
How do you spell onomatopoeia?
That
Is.
Very.
right.
And.
We
Don't
Want.
to
reveal.
The.
secrets.
All right. First question for the three-headed expert. Does anyone have any other questions for our genius? Yes, you.
What is dark matter?
Ooh.
Dark
Matter.
Is
something
Dark.
and
materialized.
Duh.
and
Well,
It's.
very
complicated.
Duh.
be
Cause
Duh.
dark
matter
Is.
invisible.
It's invisible. There's your answer. There's your answer, sir. Complicated and invisible. Any other questions for our genius? Yes.
What is the sexiest letter of the alphabet?
Ooh.
S.
Is.
The
Sexiest.
Letter.
oh,
Alphabet.
period.
There's your answer.
Thank you.
Any other questions for our genius? Yes, you.
Should I call her back? She hasn't called in 3 days.
Ooh.
The
Answer.
Is
quite
Obvious.
you
must
Call.
her
back.
Now.
period.
And that was our three-headed genius, everyone. Anything can be answered.
Anything, absolutely anything in the whole world, absolutely. And, you know, sometimes improvisers also love to tell more stories. Yes, it's another story game, yes. All right, so I am going to be telling you guys a fairy tale today. It's gonna be a little weird, but it's gonna be okay, all right? Stick with me. I'm on this journey with you, okay? All right, what is a fairy tale that you love? Any fairy tale in the whole world? Cinderella, Cinderella. Yep, very good. All right, so these are going to be my characters in my fairy tale, and I will tell it to you today, okay? All right, are you ready? Once upon a time, there was a land far, far away called Germany. And there was a very lovely, very sickly, pale woman named Cynthia. Cynthia was so pale we could see her veins. And yet she found a way to work. She worked night and day, and her only friends were rats. These little nasty-ass rats who would go through the house and bring her things. They would bring her twine and leftover scraps and cat hair, and every time they brought her something new, she started to build things from that. She built up a dress. She built this very fine-looking, very quite disgusting and smelly dress, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you. But Cynthia was used to that. And one morning, when she was working on her disgusting dress, she had a knock on the door. The knock was her very kind stepmother. She was so kind and smiled so wide that she was known as the tooth fairy in the land because that's all you saw from her, her teeth. The rats didn't like her because she was too nice. And even her stepsisters were very kind as well, but they were out picking fruit from the garden. Her stepmother, her very kind stepmother, told her that the prince was looking for someone to marry, and if Cynthia would like to try and marry him. Shocker. Yes. And Cynthia said, of course, yes, this is my opportunity to get out of this shithole. So she got dressed in her very lovely cat fur and twine dress and went to this ball. Her mother was so proud of her. She took her out and showed her. And as Cynthia went to this ball, she danced around and around and around. And she saw the prince. It was disgust at first sight. Man, was he gnarly. Buck-toothed, one arm longer than the other, one leg longer than the other. A good old humpback just to top it off, right? But when she saw him, was she hot and bothered? It was the first time Cynthia had a flush to her face, her very pale complexion. They saw each other and they fell in love. She saw him and she said, you'll do. And he said, oh, thank you. Just like that. And as Cynthia and him danced the night away in some sort of something, it was disturbing to say the least, to be honest. They saw that it was the strike of midnight. And Cynthia said, oh, we've got to get married right now. Right now, we got to do it right now. So her mother officiated. And he pulled out a piece of lint and handed it to her. And she put it on her ring finger. And she said, I do. And thus the new princess was born in Germany. And they lived happily, disgustingly happy.
We had our fairy tales, we had our stories, and now we have a little game called Freeze. So for this game, we're creating a few scenes for you. But to get started, we're going to put two of our performers up forward. Awesome. We have Louis and Alex. Now, we need 2 people from the audience to help us get started with this scene. So the way you're going to help us get started is by putting Louis and Alexandra in weird positions. So the weirder, the better for their positions. And whatever position they're in, they're going to have to start a scene with. Do I have 2 volunteers who want to help us put them in position? Yes, you?
Someone over there too.
Someone over there? Yes, you, come on up. Awesome. All right, you. What is your name, sir?
Todd.
Todd. Thank you, Todd. Wow, it's so nice to meet you tonight. I love Todd. So, Todd, put Louis in any position that you'd like to see him start a scene with.
Like you're saluting.
And what's your name?
Kevin.
Kevin. Round of applause for Kevin. So, Kevin, go ahead and put Alex in any position you'd like her to start a scene with. Any position you'd like her to start with. Perfect. So while Kevin's wrapping this up, in the back, we're going to yell at different parts of the scene, freeze. When we yell freeze, just like this position, we're going to have to pick up from where they left off. Let me make this explanation as long as possible so she has to stay in this position as long as possible. Okay, so we're going to get started. Thank you, Kevin, so much, and thank you, Tom. This is freeze.
Hey Danielson, you think I should have invested in some glasses? This little shade thing isn't really working out. I gotta hold it like this, hold it like that, hold it here, hold it
Okay,
there.
alright, so you need the glasses. Because it's bright as hell
Yeah,
outside.
it is bright. You know?
You know,
and then we're doing training all day.
Freeze. I just want to learn how to foam. I want to learn how to be cool. I want to learn the
You'll
Madonna
never
moves.
learn how to vote.
Oh! Jasmine, I want to be as cool as you.
Listen, Cynthia, I don't understand.
Freeze.
What you
Macarena, bueno, vamos
It's in the hips, Darla. We gotta get them all in this retirement home.
Yes.
We got some new 80-year-olds coming in.
I want to play bingo.
I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt.
I've got a grenade. I've got a grenade.
Wait. I'll trade you. I'll trade you my jar of dirt. Come on.
Is it fun, there?
It's wonder.
Freeze.
Great weekend. We're gonna win. We're gonna win game 1. Thank you for the tickets.
Yes, I mean that was the best game I've seen in a while. I mean, it was amazing. I just saw the 3 points. It was 20-point lead, 10-point lead, 20-point.
Freeze. You like this? Okay. All right. So we are the ones that are between unleashing the power within the power well and
Total destruction.
total
Yes.
destruction.
Okay. All right.
So we must concentrate our power.
I know, Tina. But what if we just take it home?
Eureka, no.
Freeze. Pass me the baby. The baby. Oh.
Who got it?
Oh, Jesse,
Freeze.
I don't want you to marry my son.
What? Well,
I like you, but you throw babies.
the thing is, you know, I really need to get into this country, and I just need the citizenship, and it wouldn't even be bad. We can just get divorced right after. You know, I just come in, you know. Oops.
Thank you. Oh, doctor, I can't do a stress test.
Oh my god, I'm stressed just looking at you.
Doctor, you can't be stressed. I'm the one under the plugs.
Alright, right on the spot.
Freeze. Oh my god, you did piss yourself.
I did.
You did.
I did.
I can't take you anywhere anymore.
I
I just watch the new Peter Pan at the watch party, okay?
I know.
Freeze.
I just kind of want to do the park, you know, you should just for a little while, you know, we can go on the slide, I just want you to do the slide thing, and then the climb the ride.
Okay, shut up,
But
kid.
come on, Mom, you just
No, okay, first of all, it's stepmom.
Come on.
Second of all,
I hope this dress makes my butt look smaller.
it makes it look a size.
Oh, well, I really want to get ready for the dance tonight, Mom.
Hey, you know what they say, those milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard.
Freeze. And yeah, that's exactly the face. That's the face that Jack made when I told him I was leaving him.
Ah, that's awesome. You finally left him.
Mm-hmm.
I heard right after, though, you told me
Freeze.
that.
How many times am I gonna tell you the same thing? You do this first thing before you can do the second thing. If you don't do the first thing, you gotta do the second thing, and then Macchiolo comes around, and we gotta do it all over again.
Oh,
All right, let me tell you
I don't know what
something.
to tell you.
Let me tell you, I am up to here with this.
I know I killed Grandma.
No.
She smoked in my face again.
Freeze! And that is freeze! That was a little freeze. The next thing that we're going to do requires some buckets, requires some pockets, and it looks a little familiar, you guys.
Yeah. We are going to be playing a game called Buckets and Pockets. Yes, there is a bucket. They have pockets. Oh, whoa. So what happened? For this game, they are going to choose 3 random papers each, and they will be using it throughout their scenes. Thank you to those of you who participated and gave us some of those suggestions, okay? What I need from you, my dear, lovely friends, is, who are they to each other? What's their relationship?
Astronauts in training.
Astronauts in training. Okay. 3 random, don't look at them yet, put them in your pocket. Lovely. Okay, astronauts in training. Whenever you're ready, blast off.
Have you got any of the Jello yet? I've been like wanting to eat it, like in the floaty thing. They said we were gonna supposed to like do this, and that's why I signed up.
Jacobs, yeah, I saw your resume, and it was kind of light. It was only a page.
Right, I'm like a daredevil, so that's kind of what they're looking for in this mission, just like a go-getter. You know what I mean? They kind of call me the yes, my dog. You know.
I know, Jacobs. We were supposed to get a dog on this mission, and instead they sent you because you sent us a picture of your dog in your resume.
Sparkles, man. No. Yes, my dog, and that's. Oh my God, that's why they call me that.
Yeah. Jacobs, the first time you walked into the facility, we all looked in awe and we said, she really fingerlingos potatoes, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it means because my IQ is literally too high to know why someone would do that to a potato.
Yeah, that's the only way to eat a potato, you know? Like, you gotta, like, finger licking good, you know? You've heard that term before.
I don't watch television, Jacobs.
Well, how
I
do you
spend
know
my whole-
about space then?
Through research, through study, through
Books?
opening.
Oh,
Yes, a book, Jacobs. They gave us.
they're
books
gonna
to read.
send us into outer space with fire! It's the Michael Bay film.
Listen. Okay, yeah, you're listening. Good. So we need to press a series of buttons,
Okay.
Jacobs, in order to lift ourselves
Alright.
up from the ground into outer space.
Okay.
They gave us a sequence, and we have to do it.
It's in my manual. Hold on, let's see. It says to press the button. Meredith loves me. I'm a real cram stuffer. I think those are crab ragoons. She stuffs the cream cheese and the crab ragoons.
That's why we have real food on this mission,
Yeah.
Meredith.
I think because Meredith does put like little post-it notes on the certain buttons, so that might be. If you, oh, there it is. That's the one. So wait, this is how. This is the simulation, right? I can press it.
Yeah, press the button.
Okay.
Press the button.
Okay, no, you press it. I'm so scared.
Jacobs, you have one job. Press the button.
All right.
Press the button. Press the button. Jacobs, plug into the tractor.
ponies.
I'm just thinking back to Earth. I'll never see it again. Jacobs, and it's because of you.
It's not fair for you to say that. It's only because I'm a... Oh, I can't believe her. She gets all the guys walking around like it's her favorite lake. It's like Lake Titicaca, and her favorite lake. It's in common. Now, I don't know why I would bring out such a poem at this time. But since it's our last moments, I had to tell you how I felt.
I don't care about how you feel about Meredith. You need to get your head out of the ground and into the clouds. Jacobs.
You want to get high?
Go over there. Look, I see the plug. I see the infractor. Plug it in for us, Jacobs. Hurry, you can save us. You can save us.
The blue one or the red one? Oh, forget it.
No! Look at this motherfucker. He's got a cartoon face with a beard. So for this game, we are going to have everyone up. And we are going to hook ourselves up to the radio tubes, as we would like to say, the radio tubes, and play radio. For this game, do you guys remember what a radio is? Are we still
Spotify or...
Yeah, now it's Spotify, Apple Music, but we're going back to the good old days, the radio. So in the radio days, we had different channels. So what I need you guys to do, our audience, is choose what channel each person is going to be. So we have Lewis first. What radio channel should Lewis be?
Salsa.
Salsa. Salsa. What should Alex be?
Gangster rap.
Gangster rap. Wonderful. And what should Steph be?
EDM.
EDM. Fantastic. I love this lineup. All right, so without further ado, we have
Salsa.
Gangster rap.
EDM.
all right, and here's radio. I want to listen to some tracks today. Let me see what they have on salsa radio.
Señoras y señores, hoy tenemos cosas de música. Azúcar.
All right, let's see what's on gangster rap.
Hey everybody, alright, so after this short break, we're gonna come back with some freestyle artists. That's right everybody, we're gonna take some artists right out from the street, and they are going to come over and tell us about their lives through rap.
Oh, wait, before they go on, let me turn on some EDM.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm stopping the broadcast today because I noticed that in other radio stations, the competitors, there's a lot of talking and not enough music. I think this world needs a lot of more music, and we need to instill this in our listeners.
Yeah.
So let's not sing at all. Let's talk. And
This is not why I listen to a radio. Let's talk to some freestyle artists.
Alright, welcome back to 96.5 Light FM. Alright, we are going to get our first artist, Little Baby. Up to the mic. Alright, so where are you from, Little Baby? I'm from Florida. Lovely. Alright, so why don't you go ahead and show us what you got. Drop that. Not a beat. Hey everybody, my name's Little Baby. Everybody say, hey little baby. Hey little baby. Hey everybody, my name's Little Baby. Everybody say,
Hey little baby.
All right, salsa.
A café bustelo is the coffee that you need in your household. Ahora, una comercial por Fabulosa. Si tú quieres un limpio, que tú tengas muy limpio, tienes que coger Fabulosa. Ok, esta canción es para las mujeres por allá. Ok, vamos ahí, gente. La negra tiene tumbao. La tiene tumbao. La tiene tumbao.
ladies and gentlemen, we ran out of music, so I'm actually going to sing a
I've never heard of this happening. Oh, back to salsa, back to salsa.
Suavemente, bésame, quiero sentir tu labio, besándome otra vez. Suave, suave, bésame otra vez.
All right, let me turn into the gangster rap. Let me see what the other artists.
and my life was kind of crazy. Thank you, Little Baby. Thank you so much for joining us. That was
He was happy
insane.
the whole time.
Wow. Whew. Wow, that was a set. Am I right or am I right, everybody? All right, now, this is Florida, so the next artist we have to the stage is Gator Boy. All right, Gator Boy. Hey, y'all. Sup?
She's
Name's
from
Gator
Florida.
Boy.
Let me turn it back to EDM.
And I'm about to blow y'all.
EDM.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just got some calls during my broadcast. Hello? Yes, I just heard your song and you really suck. Excuse me? Well, if I suck, well, I'm gonna sing again.
Oh, no, don't sing again, don't sing again. Let's go back to gangster rap.
So I saw that crocodile. Well, I was on the mile. Everybody said, yo, what's his name, Kyle? I saw a crocodile!
Salsa.
Okay, today we have a special guest today. His name is Bad Bunny. Why you coming to our station and you do and that's your style, I understand, pero salsa también. Bueno, you know.
Turn on the radio, and we got to our destination. That was a good time. And that was great. Roller coaster is not like any other roller coaster that you've heard of before. Sometimes I don't even think I've heard of the roller coaster before. For this game, we are going to have Alex and staff. And their roller coaster is going to be full of genres. So these are things that movies are based off of. What are some genres? 3 genres that we could have for the scene. So we have PBS educational, we have infomercial, and we have trauma porn. Great, thank you. Here we go. This is genre roller coaster, but something's missing. I think it's a title. Does anyone have a title for this fantastic film we are about to watch?
How to suffer PTSD.
How to suffer PTSD? All right, here we go. This is How to Suffer PTSD.
Can't look at chihuahuas the same. I just can't, Meredith. I mean, they bark, they snarl, they bite.
I know, you're still, your toe is still
Gone. It's gone,
I
Meredith.
know, it's gone, and I'll help you feel better, sister.
Kissing it better won't make it come back. That chihuahua ran off with my toe.
I know, and I will wrap up some paper towel and give you a new toe. I will wrap up some paper towel and turn it into a toe because she's lost her toe, ladies and gentlemen.
Coming to you this summer, it's paper towel toes.
So if a dog or a cat bites your limbs off, you have super paper!
Paper towels just for you. They last through water, they last through trauma.
What? It's inserted easily, you just stick it on.
So easy. Ooh, so easy.
Trauma porn.
Just call 555-0152 to talk to us. Ka-chow.
She did not have a toe last week, but now she has a toe. But now, just yesterday, a cat bit her pinky.
Gone. But guess what? It was such a turn on. And guess what's in this pizza box?
What?
A chihuahua.
Educational PBS.
And we see the short-haired chihuahua here is looking quite fine. Let's raise the tail and show the sphincter. All right. As you can see, it's puckered and great. Thank you so much, Mittens. I know it's a weird name for a dog, but he's just so feisty, like a cat. All right. Now, this animal right here is gonna go away now as I take out the large, long-haired chihuahua. Look at how chunky he is, everyone.
And for the feast, please do not feed him any nose.
If you feed him any toes, don't call me. If you feed him grapes, he will throw them up. If you feed him love, he'll be there for a lifetime.
And that is genre roller coaster. Great. Then everyone prepare yourself for the fight of the for you today. So this game is a competition. I need each of you to pick a competitor. Pick a competitor from our lineup. That is your competitor. Every time your competitor makes a statement, hesitates, repeats a question, or does not look that into a scene, I want you all to go, Can I hear it from all of you? Great. And that means that they'll be out. And if you've chosen that competitor, that means you have to take a drink, or eat a cheese popper, or fried pickle, or whatever you have in front of you. Stuff it in your mouth. So we're going to get started. What we need to get started from you all is a question. A question to get started. Can I have a question from you all?
Does this come in purple?
Does this come in purple? Let the games begin.
Does this come in purple?
What?
Do you see the lingerie?
Are you calling me blind, Sandra?
Can you even read the price tag?
Why don't you buy me glasses?
Can you please just get on with the game?
When do you get off my case?
Are you okay?
Why are you asking?
Did you take your meds?
Where's Mom?
Dad.
Why did you come to the party dressed like that?
Why do you care what I dress in?
Do you think that wearing shorts ripped up is appropriate for a ball?
Don't you like my blouse?
Do you think that it's inappropriate that it has a man screaming for help on your blouse?
Doesn't this party have nachos?
Did you read the menu that was sent to your email?
Does this party have pizza?
Do you? No. It
Oh,
doesn't.
you
And drink!
What's that?
What are you talking about?
Do you see the giant cockroach?
Do you see the light?
Can you tell that it flies?
Why is it so ugly?
Why does it look like her mom?
Ouch.
And drink!
Weren't you wearing that yesterday?
Can you smell me?
What does it smell like?
Do you know what Doritos are?
What are chips?
Have you heard of corn?
What is Beavis and Butthead?
Did you see the episode last week?
I did.
Where are the Tostitos?
Where's the salsa, dude?
Where is the table to put it on?
Do you see the colors on the table?
Why don't you call the waiter?
Can you not?
Where's the restaurant?
Are you seeing it in front of your face?
Why are you always using mannerisms like that?
Can you get your hand out of my face?
Why don't you buy new glasses?
Why don't you get a new attitude?
Why don't you get a new shirt?
Can you smell me?
Why don't you take a shower?
What is soap, dude?
What is shampoo?
Can you tell how shiny my hair is?
Why don't you actually wash it with it?
Should I put my hair up?
Why don't you use ivory soap?
Is that a thing?
Are you ready for the ride of your lifetime?
Why don't we have a seatbelt?
Have you ever heard of outer space?
Where are the aliens?
I thought you were one.
What? Do you see Grandma?
Why don't you get me my contacts?
Can you see her new cane?
Where's Grandpa?
Isn't he dead?
I guess.
No.
What's the meaning of life?
What's the password?
Didn't you set it up last week?
Do you have the phone?
I don't remember.
Is the sky supposed to be green?
Why don't we ask the stewardess on the airplane?
Is that a plane?
Are you delusional?
Can you see the clouds?
Can you see the stars?
Can you see that naked guy running?
Which mountain is it under?
Did you see Everest?
Nice! So that is the first round of question game. I need from you, the audience, to choose the best during the question game. Can I get a round of applause if you think that Steph did the best during the question game? Can I get a round of applause if you think Louis did the best during the question game? I heard some woos. And if you think Alex did the best during the question game, I heard more woos. And if you think, I did the best during the question game, woo! Thanks for the woos. All right, so I heard the biggest woos for Steph and Louis. I heard the woo. All right, so let's get them in the middle of the circle. In the middle. There's no circle, it's flat. Anyway, so they're going to compete. I need one more question for them.
Thunderdome. Thunderdome.
Thunderdome. Thank you. Yeah. Can I have one more question to wrap this up with?
When do you close?
When do you close?
So, when do you guys close?
Why are you always here at this time?
When do you have the best beer?
Why don't you go look at the other bar?
I don't.
And that is the end of our show tonight, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight.
Yes, thank you. Thank you from the bottom and the top of our hearts. We really appreciate all of you, especially for those of you who came here on purpose, and for those of you that just so happen to be here. I'll drive home safe. And if you ever want to be up here, make sure to check out our website, www.thisisimprov.com. Thank you so much, everybody. Good night.